Welcome Amazon sellers, this is going to be the ultimate Helium 10 tutorial video. After this, if you're, you might have to like practice and go through things several times to really get the hang of it, but what I'm about to break down is what you need. Like if you want to successfully sell on Amazon, meaning you want to make a lot of money selling on Amazon, this video is going to show you exactly how to do that. Now I'm not going to show you every little like, here's how to go onto Amazon and set up an account and fill out a product listing and stuff like that, because frankly that stuff's all really easy and straightforward for the most part. Yeah, there's like when it comes to setting up your listing and getting keywords and stuff like that, yeah, that's gonna matter, and I'm gonna show you a tool that's great for that. But for the most part, Amazon and making a lot of money selling products on Amazon is all and only about how good you are at product research. If you're good at product research, you're going to make money selling on Amazon. If you're not good at product research, you're probably not going to make money selling on Amazon. You're probably going to lose money trying to sell on Amazon. So don't skip this. Don't overlook this. What I'm about to break down in this video is literally everything you need to become a millionaire, because people like that word so much, selling on Amazon. Or more than that, or you can create a great side income for yourself, or replace your 50K per year job, and now you don't have to go into a 9 to 5 and you have full flexibility. I'm just saying the basics is really all you need, and the basics is product research. You have to be able to look at data like tables of numbers, and in that see if that's a successful product for you to sell or not. And the main thing that we're going to look for is high demand and low competition. One of the best things about Amazon is with Helium 10 specifically, is you can take away a lot of the guesswork, right? A lot of people want to like just sit on their couch and think, what would be like the coolest invention that I could invent that people, no, like maybe very few people can actually do that, right? But many people can go look at data tables of numbers, learn how to read the numbers, and go, yeah, that would be a good product to sell. That'll make me $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $40,000 a month, whatever it may be. So we're going to be breaking down product research in this video, and the most important, most efficient Helium 10 tools that you can use for product research. Are there other companies that have similar tools? Yes. But like I said, I started with Jungle Scout, so I have familiarity with other tools. But and I was like, no, Jungle Scout's legit, all you need. But then when I started coming across Helium 10, I was like, no, they just got better stuff. And so I've been using Helium 10 for several years now. Yeah, 3 years, something like that, maybe a little bit more. But it's the best. So by the way, there's a link in the so Helium 10 lets you do a free trial, first of all. So if you're trying to be conservative with your money, free trial it. If you also want to be conservative with your money, you can use the link in the description and use my SCOSHOW50, I believe is the code. If you throw that in, you'll get 50% off. And also, if you're still not satisfied, you can just let them know and still get your money back. So all I'm saying is, if you're trying to be conservative, you can completely free trial everything inside of here. You could even find all the products to launch and shut down, get your money back and have found the products that you're going to launch for free, like if you really want to do it that way. So the most important tool when it comes to selling on Amazon, in my opinion, is X-Ray, the Helium 10 X-Ray tool. So I'm just going to type in, use this one as an example, Pop-Up Cabana. This was the first product I ever sold on Amazon. And the X-Ray tool is just a Chrome extension. So I'm going to come up here and click on X-Ray. And this is the X-Ray tool. What it does is it populates all the data so here, let me show you. So I searched Pop-Up Cabana, and all these products that show up right here all have a bunch of data, right? The price point it's selling at, how many units are being sold every month, how much money they're making, how many reviews they have, what their fees are that they have to pay to Amazon, all that sort of stuff. And if you were to try and click into each one of these products and figure that out manually, takes forever. That's actually how I first started selling on Amazon, and that's actually how I first found Pop-Up Cabanas and launched Pop-Up Cabana. It was super slow. And then I found out about, there's a tool like X-Ray. And look at this. It brings in all that data right in here to one super efficient box that just shows you everything you could possibly want to see right here. So one thing I like to do is I like to click away sponsored products. Sponsored means that those are ads. So the owner of that product, the seller of that product is running ads to show up in those positions. So they're not organically ranking in those positions. They're paying to be there, which is a good strategy to do. But ideally, what you really want to go for here is you want to find products that are selling a bunch, like they have high demand. That's what I mean by that. They're making a lot of sales every single day, every single month. And then you want to organically, when people search for that product, show up in those top couple of spots. And so just so we're looking at just the products and the sellers of the products that are ranking organically, I like to select all the ones that say SP for sponsored product and just remove those from the data box. All right, now there's several things going on in here. All these data points are good to look at, but really I think we all want to save time, right? I think there's probably few people who it's their favorite thing in the world to just sit here and look at product after product after product after product on Amazon. So, but to find really good ones, there's millions and millions of products, and you've got to sort through a bunch of them to find a really good one that you can launch and make money with. And so the faster you can get through products, the better. And so I'm going to show you just how the fastest, most efficient way to be doing your research. I hit X-ray. Well, I'm going to back up for a second right here real fast. Now that I've shown you what X-ray is, so you can see right here it tells you price, sales, revenue, the BSR, which is the best seller rank. That's like how you rank against other sellers in that category. So if you're number one in that category. This guy is 11,000, so he's 11,000, and I think he's probably in the sports and outdoors category. I haven't looked into that. Then you've got FBA fees, shows you how many sellers, you've got how many reviews they have, all sorts of cool data in here, okay? We'll come back to this in just a second, because one thing that's kind of hard to do is that seemed easy because I just went and typed in pop-up cabana, but how do you know what to go type in right there? And that can be a little bit tricky. You can just go to Amazon.com. You could go into best sellers, but a lot of people go and pick through there. You can also click into any of the departments here on the side, and just start clicking into stuff and click and click and click, and that's fine. I think experiment with a whole bunch of different ways of how you like to just get the ball rolling when you're doing product research. But the best way, I don't know if it's necessarily the best, but it's just a quick way to jump right into it, and that's using Helium 10 Blackbox, which this is the Blackbox tool right here, as you can see. And so what it does is it gives you just right here this row of different data points that you can input to hopefully narrow down or hone into a product that is more suited for you, meaning just to find a good product to sell. And so different categories, these are all the different categories you can click into. So let's just go, let's click patio, lawn and garden, sports and outdoors. Let's just do that for a second. And then there's no perfect number or no perfect data points to put in here. Just play around and play around and play around. That's basically it. So I'm just gonna throw some numbers here. Minimum revenue, we want something that's obviously making a little bit of money. So I don't know, let's try 10,000. But instead of just throwing a flat 10,000, I think I like to kind of switch things up. Let's go 10, put numbers like that. Just instead of putting 10,000, because a ton of people could probably come in here and just type 10,000, I just like to randomize it a little bit more. And then max, I'll just leave the max open. Price minimum, I do like to set a minimum, because if you're looking at a price point of products that's $5, $6, $9, it's just really hard to pull a profit margin out of there. But with that said, I have sold a couple products actually at around a $9, $10 price point, even $7.99 a little for time periods on there, and those have done really well because they've been selling thousands of units every month. And so even though the profit margin's $3 or $4, multiply that by a couple thousand or whatever, that's still a good chunk of profit. But typically you're going to want to look for probably above the $10 price point, and if you can find something in the $15 to $35 price point, you're going to have a much better opportunity of pulling a decent profit margin out of there, like $10 per unit, something like that. But then obviously you can go higher than that, and if you find that, great. But sometimes when you start getting into those higher price points, they're higher price points because the cost per unit is more expensive, And so like if you have to buy a batch of inventory to send into Amazon to start selling your product, say you're going to do 500 units, well, if the cost of your product per unit is only $1, then 500 times $1 is 500. And then, but if your cost per unit is $20 on each product, then that's going to be way more expensive. So you just kind of have to look at things that way. And then also sometimes, higher price points are bigger, bulkier products, which means you have to pay more for shipping and all that sort of thing. So which price points you're really studying and price range you're trying to find a product inside of is not entirely based on this, but does have a lot to do with how much capital you have to get started with. Just how much money you can put in from the start. If you're trying to be conservative, if you're trying to only spend like a few grand really to get started, then you're probably going to be searching for price points in like the $10 to $35 range. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But if you have like, if capital doesn't really matter, I mean, not that it doesn't ever matter, but if you have a lot of capital to start with, then you could look at different price ranges and all that sort of thing. And but for the most part, I'm going to play this as if we're trying to be very conservative. So let's just say, let's go 987 as the minimum, and let's go max 4244. All right, review count. So like I mentioned already, one thing you really want to do is find a product that is already selling really, really well. A really big thing with doing product research on Amazon is it already happening? If it's already happening, then that's good. That's proof like that you can maybe do it too. And so what I mean by that is, like, if you're looking at a product, is it already selling really well? That's what you want to identify first, because then that's just simply proof to you that this is a product that sells well and it's proven, and you don't have to guess about if it's going to sell well. And you don't have to try and invent some brand new product that no one's ever heard of. It's just like, look at the numbers. It's selling thousands and thousands and thousands of units every month. People buy this thing. So it would be easy for you to put that product up on Amazon, and people will start to buy that thing because there's so many people trying to buy that product. But what gets tricky on Amazon is when, let's say you found that product selling like hotcakes, but all the sellers of it have 1,000 reviews, 4,000 reviews. And you got to think as a shopper here, when people are shopping on Amazon, they type in pop-up cabana, for example, and look at the list of options to buy. They're going to buy the one that has the most reviews and the reviews with the highest quality. Like, the most 5-star reviews, that's who they're going to buy from. And so if you're going to launch a product and all the other sellers of that product have 4,000 reviews and they're all 5-star reviews, you're never going to get a sell unless you can instantly get like 4,000 reviews on your listing, but that's not going to happen. So ideally, you want to find a product where, it's making a lot of sales, but review-wise, there aren't a ton of sellers with extremely high reviews. But that's not to say that there can't be, because there can still be some sellers with really high reviews. But if there are 3, 4, 5, 6 other sellers making really good sales but with a lot less reviews, they're showing you that it's happening, right? They're showing you that it's already working. They're showing you that even though there's some big guys with a lot more reviews, there's still room for littler guys with smaller amounts of reviews to get in there and make a lot of sales. So that's just kind of how you have to look at things and analyze. And I'll show you more of that when we're specifically looking at the the Helium 10 X-ray data box. So review count minimum, let's say 9, and then max, let's say 77. And that's, everyone's kind of different, and you'll learn more as you launch products about how able and how many reviews you're capable of getting on a listing and how quickly. And that's another thing I guess I'd plug right here real fast is, like, if you really want to sell on Amazon and you're only giving yourself one chance, meaning you launch one product and then you make the decision whether or not way more often than not, I've seen successful sellers. They first launched 1 or 2 products. Honestly, it's usually just like one, and then you kind of go, oh, I learned so much, and now the next one, I really know how to do this. Even if the first one doesn't work out that well, the next, if once you've launched that first one, the next one is so much easier because you learn so much and you're so much more comfortable in your product research and launch process. So I'll just plug that for whatever that's worth. All right, and that's pretty much all you need to plug in right here. And then just click search, and then it's gonna populate a bunch of different products right here. And this is what I mean by it's easy to get the ball rolling just by using Blackbox, because you'll see right here, it's just brought in a bunch of different random products. So here's like a koozie, was that a headlamp, a running belt, a sock, a dog collar, a scope cover, another dog collar, insect bird net. So this is a great way to, again, I just pull up randomized products that have a much higher chance of being within the range of things that you're looking for. And so I'll click on this insect net right here. And if I open up X-ray, so we just went from Blackbox to Amazon, and now on Amazon, on this product listing, we're running X-ray to look at how many sales is this product making. So it's doing 445 sales a month, which is equaling about 25,000 in revenue, and that's with 23 reviews. So that's actually, I mean, solid for them. That's pretty good stuff. With 23 reviews, they're making 25K in revenue, and I imagine this product's not too expensive. What's their price point here? 56. So yeah, they're pulling a healthy profit margin out of there. Let's say they're pulling $20 out of there, 20 times 445. So yeah, they could be making that in profit per month, which is excellent. But that's just one seller of this product, and ideally, and that's a great start for the research that we're doing, but ideally, no, not ideally, we need to, have to, must go look at the product market as a whole. So the way you do that is you figure out what's the main keyword phrase that this is called, like what's the main keyword phrase that people will be searching to find this product. And so bug net, insect, bird netting, garden netting, protect plants. All right, so that's kind of a jumble, honestly. Some of them are much more clear, where it's like, yep, that's what they call it, go throw that in and search it. This one's kind of like, we might have to try a few different times to figure out really what people are searching to find this product. Or you could do this. If we scroll down to right here, this is another really cool Helium 10 tool. Well, they kind of bring in a few different tools right here, but you'll see right here, there's a little keywords option. If you click that, it'll open up a tool called Cerebro inside helium10.com. And what Cerebro does is it takes the ASIN, which is this number right here, which is every product's unique identifier code, and it will basically search that ASIN for all of the keywords that product is ranked for, and tell you how high for that keyword that product is ranked. So I was saying over here, like, okay, what's the best keyword for, like, what's probably the keyword phrase that most people are searching for this product. Now we could, I could come up here and I could type in garden netting, I could type in protect plants netting and do that all manually, or I could do what I just showed you here in Cerebro, and now it shows you all the different phrases that people are searching to find and buy this product. So you see right here, we've got agricultural netting, ag fabric, insect netting, ag fabric, insect. So ag fabric, is that that's the brand name. So you don't want to use brand names. You want to find the generic keyword phrases that people are searching without brand names. So large mosquito netting, micro mesh netting. Okay, so those are all really good ones. And then this is where it gets even more powerful. If you look over here, there's a column called organic rank. And what that means is when someone searches, which spot do you show up in organically? Are you in the first spot? Are you the first product that's listed there? Are you the third one? Are you the 10th one? Are you the 400th? So you can just look over in this column and see which spot they're organically ranked for the keyword phrase that you're looking at. So for agricultural netting, if someone goes and types that in on Amazon, this product, this ASIN right here that we're looking at, that product will pop up in the number 2 spot. And same if someone searches ag fab insect netting, let's like large mosquito netting, let's see what the number 3 right there, okay, they'd show up in the 3 spot. But then another thing you want to look at is, okay, that's great information, but how can you tell how many people are searching? That would be a really powerful thing to know, right? Cool, that's cool, you can know which spot they're showing up, but are 5 people searching for that, using that phrase to find the product each month, or are 5,000 using that phrase to find that product each month? Because if it's 5,000 and you can show up in the number 1 or 2 spot, you're gonna grab a bunch of sales. But if it's only 5 people that are searching for that and you're in the 1 spot, I mean max, you're gonna get 5, right? So you want to identify keyword phrases that have really high search volume for which you can rank organically in those top spots. And so we want to see here what their best keyword phrase is, basically. And that's what Cerebro allows you to do, is just see exactly that, which is kind of crazy, but it's really cool. So there's the organic ranking. So the way I like to do that is looking at the search volume column. And there's kind of 2 ways you could do this. You could sort by organic rank and then come over here and just kind of eyeball which ones have the highest search volume. So like agricultural netting, 37, agfab insect setting, 552. But you could also just click the search volume column and it'll sort it high to low for you. And so right here, mosquito net, 88,000 searches, mosquito netting, 23,000 searches, bird netting, 19,000. So way more people searching using these keywords. But then now we've got to check, okay, but where's this product ranked for those keywords? So this first one, it didn't give a rank, but 225, 134, and that's not, those are way back there. So that means they're probably not actually really getting any sales through these keywords. But you can keep scrolling and go, okay, there's 43, that's quite a bit lower, but that's still pretty buried back in page whatever, 4, 5, 6, I don't know how many pages back. But really you want to find the keyword phrase that they're getting the most searches, that has the highest search volume, that they're ranked the highest for organically. So we're just going to keep scrolling. So 22, that's getting closer. And that's for bug netting, but I don't think that's page 1. They're probably on page 2 for that. Same with this one, 24. That's probably still not page 1, insect netting. So I'm going to come down here and click to the second page. Okay, here's 14. That might be on a page 1, but that would definitely be towards the bottom of a page 1. Bug netting for garden. And so that's probably they'll probably get some sales through that, but that's not, I wouldn't say that's where most of their sales are coming from. Keep scrolling here. Okay, there's a 25. And then one thing you can do to also make this a little faster is switch this, instead of only showing you 50 rows at a time, to see 150 rows at a time. Okay, so right here, they're ranked organically number 2, and search volume is 552. So this is their highest search volume and highest organic ranked position. But it does include their brand name, Ag Fabric. So if we're looking at launching the same product, that's not the keyword phrase we would want to focus on and build our product listing around and all that, because it includes their brand name and we can't use their brand name. So I'd want to keep searching. Okay, so I found this one right here, just as I kept scrolling. They're ranked 13, so that's a little bit low. But I'll just use this as the example here. Search volume is 500 and the keyword is EnviroMesh netting. So that's a pretty decent keyword right there. I'm going to click that and that'll pull up this full page here of all the sellers that are selling under this keyword. And now here's a really good place to run the X-ray tool and see what this product market as a whole looks like. So not just one individual seller of this product, but all the sellers of this product. We can look at all of them and go, how big's the pie as a whole? So there's the whole pie, which is the whole product market, all the sellers of this EnviroMesh netting, and then there's the individual sellers that get to carve out all their slices of that pie. And so we want to see how big is the pie, and can we carve out a slice of the pie that's big enough for us. So like I said, I like to get rid of the sponsored products just because we want to be looking at organic stuff, so I'll get those out of there real fast. And then I like to look at the sales column quickly, and we'll see, okay, there are some sellers with several thousands. If you click the column, it'll sort it high to low for you. And so we can see this guy's doing 11,000. And you also want to, hover over and see what kind of product you're looking at. So this is actually heavy duty polyester plant trellis netting. Yeah, so they look like they're all, they're all different. So this one might be different right here. This is like a heavy fence netting, where these other ones are like bird netting and plant netting. So this one, doesn't quite fit, and that'll happen. Amazon doesn't populate things or everything perfectly, and sellers aren't keywording all their products perfectly. So we'll pull in some products that might not make sense for, so we can just remove that. But we can see here that there's a lot of sales happening. 11,000, 6,000, 4,000, 3,000, 3,000, 2,000. And so that shows that there's pretty good demand. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of people every month buying this product, thousands of people every day buying this product. And so that's a decent full pie. So that's great. That's what we want to see. But then we want to see, can we carve out a slice of this pie? Is it too competitive, meaning we're not going to be able to carve out a slice of the pie, or can we carve out a nice little chunk? And the way we see that is in reviews, and no, we cannot. No chunk for us to carve here. 6,000 reviews, 4,000 reviews, 2,000, way too competitive. But if we came over here to the review count column and we saw 40 reviews, 120 reviews, 29 reviews, 220 reviews, 54 reviews, that's a lot lower. That's showing that, wow, with 40 reviews to 200 reviews, we could make thousands of sales. That's ideally, that's exactly what you'd want to find. If we keep scrolling here, we can look to see if there's a drop-off point, because sometimes like there'll be, you know, these top spots will be thousands and thousands of reviews, but if you scroll a little bit, then it drops to, oh yeah, now we're in like hundreds, 50s, that sort of thing. And then you can see, well, at that range of this product, are you still able to make some sales? But here I'm scrolling down, we're still in the hundreds. You see like one person here with a 13. You can see it's getting lower, but okay, so like right here, this range, if you ever, like 2 reviews, 9 reviews, 6 reviews, 10 reviews, if you ever see that and scroll and you look in the sales column and they're making a lot of sales, that's what you'd want to find. But in this case, for this product, that amount of reviews isn't pulling a lot of sales. It's pulling 15, 16 sales a month. Stay away. You don't want to waste your time launching a product just for 15 or 16 sales a month. Okay, I'm going to pause right here for a second, because just up to that point, just up to this point right here, you can be the most successful Amazon seller that there's ever been, because you got Blackbox right there, which you don't even need, but it's helpful to get started. So you get Blackbox to pull in some random products for you that you can start to take a look at, and you can kind of use some different data points to hopefully pull in products that are more along the lines of what you're looking for. And then from there, you can use a combination of the X-ray tool and the Cerebro tool. X-ray to see everything we're looking at right here, which it's still like, sometimes I talk to people or see people that come across this for the first time and they're just like, that's kind of cool. Guys, when I first saw it, again, I used Jungle Scout at the beginning, but they had a tool very similar to X-ray. But when I first saw X-ray, this type of tool, it blew my mind. I was like, are you kidding me? You can see literally how many sales per month, and you can very clearly identify how competitive or not it is to sell that exact product. And then you can clearly see how much their fees are that they have to pay to Amazon. And then you can go to Alibaba.com and clearly see how much that product costs per unit. So you can literally sit here with this one little box and figure out everything that you need to know. Almost like, as far as if it's a good product to launch, everything you need to know right here. And then when you are getting closer to launch and trying to figure out, what are the best keywords, which keywords have the most, like what keywords are people using to buy this product, through which keywords are most sales coming from, Cerebro. And you can just throw in each seller's ASIN, and for each seller you can see what their keywords are that they're ranked for, how many searches are happening, and just based off of that, you can get a really, really good idea of through which keywords are most of their sales coming from. And so if you identify a good product and it's not too competitive and you're gonna launch, you just do a little study on your competitors, steal their top keywords, and now you figure out how to rank for those top keywords and start carving out your piece of the pie. That's the whole Amazon game, guys. That's it. You can be the absolute, you can make as much money as you want with everything I just showed you. X-ray, Cerebro, Blackbox. Now, a couple more things I'll show you as far as Helium 10 goes, because there's also a few other tools inside of Helium 10 that are super, super helpful. Okay, my next favorite tool is this one right here, which they call Profits, which what it does is it just tracks all your numbers for you automatically. I know when I first started selling on Amazon, it was a big headache because I had to download reports from Amazon, import them into Excel sheets, set up Excel sheets and do things that way. And Excel wasn't necessarily a strong skill set of mine. So as soon as I found this, Profits, where Amazon or Helium 10, basically they just automate it for you. They look at all your numbers, they plug in directly into your Amazon account, and then they just keep track of all your sales, and it also includes, if you're running ads on Amazon, all those costs as well. And so it's just a really, really powerful way, easy, automated way to keep track of your numbers, to keep track of your ups and downs, to keep track of your ad costs, all of that. And then another tool I really like of theirs is this one right here called Follow Up. It's email automation. So it's another just automated tool where when a customer places an order, an email automatically goes out to them, and you get to set like when it does and or how many emails go out to them, whatever. But it's really good for encouraging your customers to leave a review. Now there's some rules around how you have to word things. You can't just say, hey, leave me a 5-star review, that sort of thing. But the emails are great for that, just to kind of, hopefully, out of all your sales, you send some emails out, and out of those you get a few extra reviews. And like I said, reviews are everything. Like that's how people decide whether they're going to buy your product or not, is based off of reviews on Amazon. And so the more reviews you can get and the higher quality reviews, that's gonna legitimately, like literally make you more money. More reviews make you more money on Amazon. So this tool, Follow Up, just sending out emails to get more reviews, of course, why not? Why wouldn't you be doing that? A really easy way to make more money. And if you look right here at the different plans that they offer, in my opinion, if you're like just getting started, I think the best one you can get is the Platinum plan, because that way you get Blackbox completely unlimited, you get X-Ray completely unlimited, you get Cerebro completely unlimited, you get the other tools that I haven't talked about, which the reason I haven't talked about it is not because they like don't work or aren't helpful. It's just because I wanted to really deliver in this ultimate Helium 10 tutorial the best tools, most efficient tools, what you need to really quickly and efficiently hone in on really good products to sell that'll make you a lot of money. And I broke that down. That's X-Ray, Blackbox, Cerebro, and then I think the profits is important for keeping track of your numbers automatically, and then also send out emails to make more money because you're getting more reviews. And so 97 is the $97 Platinum plan is the one that gets you basically everything unlimited. For the emails getting sent out, let's see, so it's 5,000 emails per month. So there is a limit, but 5,000 is quite a bit. And if you're just getting started, you're probably not selling 5,000 units a month quite yet. But once you do, then you'd want to upgrade to the Diamond plan. And right here, so it's got profits, that's included right there. And then if you use the link in the description that I mentioned, I think I mentioned it earlier, it'll bring you to this page where you get tells you about my little SCOSHO 50 code. But if you scroll down here, you'll see that you can get the Platinum plan for $48.50. So pretty good discount there. And then also, like I mentioned, risk-free with 30-day money-back guarantee. So like Helium 10 just makes it super nice to not have to worry about money and have it for a full 30 days and have all these tools unlimited. And honestly, like I said earlier, you could absolutely just grab it for 30 days, do all the research that you need to do, and then close it out and have not paid anything to do all this insane, incredible research, and that could lead to millions of dollars selling on Amazon. So anyways, just wanted to show you that. I hope this tutorial has been helpful. Remember that I also have an Amazon FBA Helium 10 playlist that goes into some other details and just a whole bunch of other stuff. So feel free to check out those videos if you want to as well.